get started on introductions while we're waiting for Jason Hardy to stroll in fashionably, not so fashionably late. How you doing? I'm Warren Coleman. I am the owner of Catalyst Game Labs. This is the What's Up with Catalyst panel seminar. I think I was supposed to collect tickets. Did anybody actually pay to be here?
I think so.
Really? Can you sit down with more incredulity?
I'm just stunned. I never thought these people paid every year.
They weren't supposed to, so that when you're, I'm gonna, what's that?
It was free
And it was supposed to be free this year.
Yeah, I thought it was free.
I apologize for that. When you're done, dump your tickets up here. I'm gonna go ram down Gen Con's throat tomorrow. This should have been a free panel, and I shouldn't have had to happen. So I apologize. We will fix that the next time. Anyway, so just when you're done, just drop them on the desk, and I'll take care of it. And thank you for supporting Gen Con with that extra $2. It was going to make or break them here after 50 years of such touch and go.
Well, they had to reserve this highly convenient room.
Yeah. So anyway, so go ahead and start. Wait over here, just because I want to make Jason go last for being late.
A Shadowrun developer is never late. He always arrives exactly before a few carefully timed explosions.
So I brought a specialist today only because I expected maybe a few questions about Sprawl Ops and the Kickstarter we ran recently. So I brought in our Kickstarter extraordinary manager, Tom Gofton, and so he'll be here to fill some questions if you have any on those. I got Johnny Helfers here, all things fiction related. Unless it goes into a source book, then it goes to a real developer. I got Brent Evans, who is taking credit for all the art direction work now being handled by other people.
Yes, I am.
And got Randall, who will talk for probably the amount of time that all of us are talking all together today. And then on the far end is Finn. I'm not sure why he's up here, just to look pretty. He likes to sit up here in the front now. And then I guess this leaves the other guy there, Jason. So he'll talk all things.
You can introduce Blaine and Phil.
Shadowrun.
You can wait.
We got a few ringers in the audience, so if we have to, we can defer to some expert knowledge out in the field. All right. So So we're going to get started just by going over the different lines we have briefly, and we'll try to do abbreviate, so we're not going to take too much time with each one. Just give you the highlights of what's here and what's coming soon, and then I'll take some general questions at the end, and hopefully that'll be great. Hopefully you guys will learn something about us you didn't know, or at least something you can tell people that we weren't completely clueless. That would be nice. Type that somewhere, would you? So let's start with. Let's start with Jay. He's doing the sad puppy look down. Let's go with Shadowrun and see what he can do. Go, Jason.
Thanks for coming. I'm Jason Hardy, Shadowrun developer. I'll tell you a few things that are going on with Shadowrun. We have finally the new version of Crossfire. It has been out of print for a bit. This is the Prime Runner edition. It's got more missions. It's got new character card design. It's got new design on some of the tokens. And it's got some updated rules. We love Crossfire. When making Dragonfire, we learned some things about how to make it a little smoother and maybe a slight bit less deadly. Not much, because we like deadly, but a little bit. So, this is Prime Runner Edition. We have it. We're happy to have it. But you might be saying, I already own Crossfire, and I'd like all those upgrades without having to buy a whole new game. I've got you covered, because it finally arrived.
Really?
Really? There's more. The Prime Runner Crossfire Refit Kit, where you get all the good new stuff in the game, but not all the stuff you already have.
Is that in the booth or is that just in your bag?
It is both now.
That is a fair question.
Yes.
This morning, the answer would have been neither.
I know.
But now,
Somewhere in Indy.
yeah.
The answer last night was, we think it exists. And then we figured out where it was, and then it came to the booth. It came at about 5:30. So that's why you didn't see it for most of the day.
Gotcha. Awesome.
But we have it now, and we have it in good numbers, so it should be out until it's gone. So, that's
That would
the
be a
Crossfire.
true statement, no matter. It'll be out until it's gone.
I like to be accurate. We also have 2 books that are not available in stores yet. Street Lethal we had at Origins. The PDF is on sale. This is the Advanced Combat book. So, you know, more guns, more weapons and all that. It's also got experimental and future weapons doing things that maybe weapons shouldn't do and maybe not working reliably all the time. So if you want to throw a curveball at your players, if you're a player and you want to throw a curveball at your GM, fun stuff in this book for that. There are information on corporate security forces, kind of their makeup, their tactics, unconventional fighting forces like pirates and mercenaries, and some more tactical and strategic options for combat operations. And then not available anywhere at all, not online, not in stores, just here, is the Advanced Matrix book, Kill Code. Woo! You may have heard stories and legends over the years about a Technomancer ebook that we were working on that never came out. And if you want to make me cry, then you can come and ask me the full story about it. And I won't tell you, but I'll just cry silently to myself. But we got all the material from that book in here. So Technomancers get plenty of love in here, but Deckers do too. So there's qualities for Deckers, there's new versions of cyber decks that have some interesting trade-offs to what you can get away with and what limitations you'll put on yourself. And there's some good basic Matrix reference information. If you want to make sure you know all the ins and outs of the Matrix and how it works and what you can do to it, there's a chapter in here for you. So those are the new books at the booth. Coming up, if you're wondering what's in the near future, we have a book called Better Than Bad. It's about hooding, so Shadowrunners with a heart. Those of you who want to do some good in the world will get some guidelines in Better Than Bad. And it talks about one of the locations where hooding is kind of a hot commodity, and that's Pretoria in the nation of Azania. So we get some coverage of African areas that we haven't had much in Shadowrun. And some cool qualities and life modules for those of you who really want to be nice.
Did someone set a novel in Africa at one point?
Yes.
Anyone good?
Yes, the best. But that was
Jennifer?
way...
Yeah, Jennifer. Oh!
All right, the second thing. That was way up in Lagos, Nigeria. So
Okay.
way down.
Just trying to feed you a
Very-
plug there, but you really kind of
Dropped it like
too late.
I'm not about self-aggrandizement at this moment, maybe later. So that book has been sent to press, so it will be coming out before too long. And then the one after that will be Chicago Chaos. So you Anarchy fans out there, you'll get a supplement with plot lines from the Chicago missions. It'll have contract briefs and characters, new shadow amps, and background on running in the city of Chicago, which is, of course, very friendly and happy to runners and no dangers whatsoever. And then after that, I'll tease this just because it's fun. We have a book called No Future. If you were a fan of the Shadow Beat style books, the kind of culture and media and sports and all that, you're going to get it in No Future. So you'll get music scene, you'll get tridios and what series are going on, you'll get a lot of sports background, but all of it will be seen from a kind of punk street level perspective. So you'll see those who are working outside the boundaries of normal society, the pirate media and all that. So I'm looking forward to see what the writers pull off with that. And I think that covers the basics of Shadowrun. If you have any burning questions about Shadowrun, you can ask now, or we can save it for questions and
save
answer.
for Q&A.
We'll save it for the end.
All right, and let's go with Finn. Stand up.
I am nothing of consequence. All right, that's great.
You said it, but you got to talk. Yeah. All right.
Okay, Rapperton.
All right, we're gonna flip to the side. We're gonna go to John.
Thank you.
He can't bring his own books?
No, he can't apparently.
I have someone carry them for me. Let me wait till the boss gets a look at it, apparently.
Phil Lee, we so hired him to do. How much?
Anyway, you guys never seen a book before? I'd hope to have more books, so for all Battletech fans here, I have to open up with, unfortunately, an apology. We were supposed to have copies of Battletech Legacy, the threaded anthology we did last year, one back 3 centuries, that Phil's really helped me out.
Where's that?
Somewhere in the printer. So unfortunately,